over that area. We're glad to be here. One thing I'd like to know is if we could get a little bit more on these side speakers here so we can hear our feet a little bit better if we could. Sound guys. What we're going to do this afternoon is a variety of what we call Appalachian step dance. Clogging, buck, and wing, do a little French Canadian, just a whole bunch of step dancing. And what we'd like to do for you next is a routine that we do to highlight some of the individual aspects of Appalachian step dancing. So we'll have the individual dancers come out and hopefully do their best for you. And we're real happy to be working with our traveling buddies this week, the RKX. Bill Hicks on fiddle, Libby Hicks on guitar, Margaret Martin on banjo, Creek Cloggers.
Thank you. We're going to let those folks have a chance to rest a little bit, and we're going to show you some, we're going to do a little song and dance number. The dancing you'll see is French-Canadian waltz clog dancing, and the song is an old Irish ballad.
An old man can court me, hey, ding dong dee. An old man can court me, me being young. An old man can court me, said, would you marry me? Maids, when you're young, never wed an old man. Church, hey, ding dong dee. When we went to the church, me being young. When we went to the church, he left me in the lurch. Maids, when you're young, never wed an old man.
Okay, we're going to bring on a couple of people here, and we're going to do a cute little routine called the flirt. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, me.
We like to flirt.
Flirt.
We're going to let them take their time. The rest here, we'll do a song for you.
One, two. There goes the boy I used to know. There goes the boy that I was so. There goes the arms that used to hold me tight. There goes the reason that sigh. There goes the reason that cry. There goes the lips that used to kiss goodnight. There goes my love. You're the first love in my life. You might be the last. I don't want to be just another girlfriend in your past. There goes the boy I used to know. There goes the boy that I was so. There goes the arms that used to hold me tight. There goes the reason that sigh. There goes the reason that cry. There goes the lips that used to kiss goodnight. There goes my love. There goes the boy I used to know. There goes the boy that I was so. There goes the arms that used to hold me tight. There goes the reason that sigh. There goes the reason that cry. There goes the lips that used to kiss goodnight. There goes my love. There's a feeling for you, dear. It's with me night and day. Just because we're far apart, don't make it go away. There goes the boy I used to know. There goes the boy that I was so. There goes the arms that used to hold me tight. There goes the reason that sigh. There goes the reason that cry. There goes the lips I used to kiss goodnight. There goes my love.
Steps that we're doing. Sometimes it's hard when the bodies are flying and when the music's going to catch the emphasis of Appalachian step dancing, which is on the rhythms that the dancers make with their feet. And if you ever notice in a traditional Appalachian string band, you never see drums, you never see any kind of percussion. No piano, no drums, nothing like that. And so what the dancers try to do is provide the percussion, or provide the rhythmic elements with their feet. And so what we thought we'd do now is get a couple of the dancers up here and demonstrate some of that. If I could have a couple of dancers. Rufus Dalton and Ruth Pershing, and I'll let you figure out which is which. Accompanied by Mr. Tom Holt on banjo. And here we go. All right, now the first thing that y'all have to learn to do, how many cloggers are there out there? How many people clog? Oh, well then y'all, you're one of us. You don't count. All right, well the first thing that any of you had to learn when you were doing that, and those of you who don't know it yet have to learn, is to step in time to the music. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Can y'all hear that? All right. Now, what the dancers are going to do next is they're going to throw in what we call a shuffle or a double toe. And here they go. And what they're doing is they're tapping a toe twice each time before they step down. And that's a real basic rhythmic thing that you've got to learn in order to clog, and it's probably the hardest thing to learn. Once you get that, the rest of it's a piece of cake. Now, if you throw in a few more steps to this, you get what we call the basic step of Appalachian step dancing. And this is the step that we do when we're moving from one place to another, or if we forget what we're supposed to be doing. It happens. All right, now the dancers are going to take out those extra steps. And we're back to the shuffle step, or the double toe. And drop out the shuffle. Back to the step. Now, one of the things I want to caution all of you is never to try this unless you're supervised by a competent professional. All right, now, step number 2 is something we call the drag step. Go ahead. And all they're they're doing is they're stepping down, sliding back, and when they do that, they're sort of hopping up a little bit and tapping a toe. Anybody, any dairy farmers out here? Anybody own large dogs? All right, y'all know this step then. All right, now, each time before the dancers step down, they're going to tap a toe. And we call this a walking step. You can set your watch by these two, I swear. All right, now each time before they pick their feet up, they're going to scuff one of their heels. And we call this a Tennessee walking step. I don't know who named it, but that's what we call it. All right, drop out the heel. And we're back to the walking step. And drop out the toe. Back to the drag step. And drop out the drag. And we're back where we started. Nobody's hurt. All right, now you've seen two of the three main, very basic rhythmic steps that all the other steps are made out of. The third one is something that we call a chug, and you'll see why, for obvious reasons. Sort of throw your weight forward onto the flat of your feet. And you can do this on one foot, you can do it on 2 feet. You can do it with your eyes closed if you don't get vertigo. And back to stepping. You get that sense of power. I have a feeling of power. All right, now there's a step that was invented by a former King Creek Clogger, Steve Barnes, and we call it the Steve. And it puts together all the stuff that you've already seen. And here we go. There's chugs, there's double toes, there's everything in this. And back to step. That's the Steve. If any of you know Steve Barnes, tell him we're still using this step. Okay, now everything that we've done so far has sort of divided the beat either to 1, 2, or 4. That is, for every beat of the music, you get 1 foot sound or 2 foot sounds or 4 foot sounds. What you see right now is an example of 1 beat or 1 foot sound for every beat of the music. A good example of a 2-beat step is what Ruth is going to go into right now. It's a drag step that you've already seen. She's making 2 foot sounds for every beat of the music. Now I'm going to have both of the dancers go into a 4-beat step, and you'll be hearing 4 beats or 4 steps to every beat of the music. That's 4 sounds to every beat of the music. And back to 2. And back to 1. Okay, now that's sort of what clogging has become over here. 1, 2s, or 4s. You always use 4/4 music. It's also possible to dance 3 beats or 3 foot sounds to the music. And we call that dancing triplets. And we'll have that right now. They're making 3 sounds with their feet for every beat of the music. And this is an Irish influence. Any of you know anything about Irish music, you get a lot of this feel. 3 to one side, 3 to the other side. And back to 1s. All right, now, we usually don't try this next piece without a safety net, but we're gonna try it anyway. If you see anybody getting ready to fall off the stage, just get out of the way and let them fall. What we're going to do is have the dancers switch back and forth from 3 beats to 4 beats to the music and see if they can do it without tying their legs in knots. Okay, there's 3s. Everybody's all right so far. And 4s. Back to 3s. And one more time on 4s. And then back to 1s. All right, no injuries. All right, the last thing that we're going to show you before we get back to the real dancing here is the difference between dancing on the downbeat or dancing on the backbeat or the upbeat. If you notice most of the time when you see the dancers going, if you watch their nose is moving in a downward direction with the downbeat. And a good example of that is the basic step. Go ahead. Okay, now watch them. They're moving down on the beat. It's also also possible to get onto the upbeat or the backbeat, and the step that does that we call the Terry. Now if you look, they're moving up on the beat. And back on the downbeat. And one more time on the upbeat. And back on the downbeat. Oops, sorry about that. Now we're on the downbeat. And we're going to bring the Cloggers back up in just a second. We're going to take it out here. Take us out, Mr. Banjo. Ruth Persian and Rufus Dalton.
Here's another breather routine. We call this one cooking for two. How about those guys? Woo. That's a humdinger. Right now, the women have decided they want to do a routine of their own all by themselves. And it's going to be followed by the men doing a routine all by themselves. Here's the women's routine. Let's do it.
All right, we've got one more for you. We've been having a blast up here. We're glad we came down. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, we'd like to thank the RKX for being with us. And we're going to bring up the Cloggers for one more, and then we'll see you again along that long lonesome trail. Bye.
Thank you.